Friday morning. It's been 2 weeks since we were in Sydney, I think. Yeah. Last weekend I was in Brisbane and I forgot my camera, so there'll be no footage from that. I had one of my other best friends' birthdays in Brisbane. We went to dinner at Mrs. Brown's, which ended up actually being the same day as book club and the day before Father's Day, so I made a whole weekend out of it. I went down to Brisbane and stayed with my family. And then Saturday we just, had book club, ran some errands, did some like shopping and whatnot. Then Saturday afternoon went to my friend's place for like a mulled wine before dinner, had dinner, went out for a little bit of a boogie and then went home. And Sunday morning we had breakfast for Father's Day. My sister had work early in the morning and then I also had to come back to Toowoomba, so we ended up doing a Father's Day breakfast. And Mum and I ran some more errands before I kind of made a longer journey home. I had to stop by our old suburb to pick up some packages I'd accidentally ordered to the old address. And then I went via Costco as well, because usually we would have Max with us. So we haven't been able to go since we moved. And there was a couple of things like the toilet paper, paper towel, dishwashing tablets, all of that I was pretty keen to get from Costco. So I stopped by there on the way home and got home about like 4:30 on Sunday afternoon and just relaxed. Speak of the devil. And then, it's just been a regular work week. So I figured I would just start a fresh vlog today and take you along this weekend. It is official now, we are in Toowoomba. I don't have any more sort of weekends where I'm traveling for a while now. Yeah, so we're kicking off what actually feels like settling into life in Toowoomba, getting a routine together, starting to make some friends, like finding my hobbies and whatnot, which is kind of really exciting now too. As much as the last few months have been super exciting and full of fun events, it is nice and exciting to, be able to actually have a few weeks here. We have family coming to visit over the next few weekends. I've got friends coming to visit with the Flower Festival in Toowoomba, which I've also never been to. That actually starts tomorrow, but I don't think we're gonna go. There's one activity we might go to, but I'm pretty keen to also reset the house a little bit before we have all our family coming and staying the following weeks. So it's gonna be a very fun, wholesome weekend in Toowoomba, I think. But before we get to that, let's start the day, make my coffee. I've also actually had a bunch of new stuff arrive for the house, and I've got some more stuff arriving, I think hopefully tomorrow for this weekend, to help sort of get back into the unpacking, the organization, the setting up our life here. But one thing I have actually had arrive / went and bought the rest of is I'm obsessed with having fresh flowers in the house. I love it. You can see some just here that are actually quite old and need to be thrown out, but I'm waiting until I go to the markets tomorrow just to get a small bunch, I think, for the bench here. Just because it's spring as well, I like to have extra flowers. But I actually ended up getting this like centerpiece from Freedom and Maya, a bunch of different eucalyptus twigs and what's this one? Blossom plum from Freedom, eucalyptus stems from Maya and eucalyptus stems from Freedom and I really wanted the height as well. So I got those to add a bit of height because we've got quite high ceilings. They look beautiful. I love the green and white. It kind of matches the rest of the aesthetic in this house. We've obviously got our green chairs outside and a lot of greenery that you can see from this room. So I like that it kind of pulls that in, plus the white I just love. I think it goes with every season. But I also wanted to make this a little bit more spring-like, so I've actually ordered a new table runner as well in green, which I'm hoping arrives again tomorrow as well. And then I'm gonna put that together and kind of see how that looks. I've got some new green candles coming as well, which I will set up a little decor piece here. Let's make a coffee and start the day and pick up this house before I kick into work. freezer. Say hello. So it is lunchtime now, and I thought I would just quickly show you some more of these fun deliveries that had arrived while I make some lunch. But we have the flower festival that starts this weekend, and next weekend my parents are actually coming up with their puppy or their dog for the paw parade, and so naturally I had to get Max a costume for that because it is a costume parade thing. My parents have got their dog like some butterfly wings, like a little harness thing, which is so cute. But I'm hoping I can get Max to like this little bee costume. I've got him in part of it, but these little glasses, he wasn't sold on the glasses, and he wasn't sold on the hat. So hopefully I can get him to like all of that over this next week. And then he's actually being at a stage now where he needs a lot of attention in terms of, because I'm home all the time, I think he's just used to having me around, so he doesn't really entertain himself as much as he used to. So I thought, plus all of his food toys actually, he's like mastered how to get the food out of them, so they don't entertain him for long enough anymore. So I've actually ordered 2 more food dispensing toys. We have this one here, which you basically like fill each bowl with treats, and then I think you like close it like that, and then they basically have to sniff it out. Ooh. They sniff out the bits and then they like push these open and they can eat the treats. So hopefully this will entertain him for a bit longer as well. I need to read the instructions on like how to properly do this and what they're for. But yeah, so I thought that could be a fun one for him. And then we also got this thing, which is like you hide treats in all these little divots throughout, and they have to like move stuff around to access them, and that moves and then that moves, so they can find all the different treats themselves again. So it's kind of a bit more difficult for them to find, I guess, and they have to move things and sniff things to eat it. So hopefully these two food treat dispensers will keep him a bit more entertained for a bit longer. I also got him that Kong, like a bigger one over there, because he does love the Kong, the little blue one we've got him when he was a baby, which is only a tiny serving, which he loves. He's learned how to pick it up and like move stuff out of it, and he's actually only been eating his biscuits out of that pretty much since we moved to this house. So I got him the bigger version where you have to like knock it from side to side to get out. He's figured out the knocking motion, but he hasn't quite figured out how far he has to knock it to get the biscuits out. So I can see he's been getting a bit frustrated with that one lately and like barking at it. So hopefully he can get the hang of that as well. And then we've got 3 new food dispensary situations to keep this little munchkin entertained during the days a bit more. On patrol. Cool, so we had some new deliveries arrive, / I picked up a couple of things I'd ordered yesterday. So I thought I'd just quickly show you, since this is a bit more of like a home vlog. The house is also an absolute pigsty at the moment. It's so messy. Max went nuts with his toys last night, so I need to pick all that up, but I thought I'd just quickly show you this stuff. So from Amazon I actually ordered these glass containers. I got them in 2 sizes. This size in my mind was for things like rice, flour, granola, stuff like that. And then I also ordered these ones, which I also didn't anticipate to be so small. They're way too small. So I think I'm gonna have to return those and get some different ones. I also didn't realize, but thought they'd probably fit pasta, which they're not going to. So I'm gonna have to get some bigger ones as well. Our pantry is all open shelving, so we wanted to put some stuff in jars. I've got boxes, which is another one of those packages to like sort of block off this bottom section for Max. But that is actually what is in, that's actually what's in this Kmart order. Is I got like plastic crate things that we're going to put one for all of like the baking stuff, one for all of snacks or something, I don't know. But some of the stuff on the bottom shelves are going to go into these, so then that way they're a little bit more put away and he can't just get into them, because I've noticed lately he's started like sniffing around there a bit more, and a lot of it is like sugary things. So got those. Then I've got this, I've been looking at this for a long time, numbing and ahhing, but I figured I'd just pull the trigger because I've kind of got a bit of a green theme going on for the table for spring this season. So I've got this green table runner to replace the grey one that we currently have there at the moment. We've got our green outdoor lamps that we got last year. They're originally used for our outdoor dining table, but I quite liked them in this space for the moment. Also just because it adds a bit of light to this section. Then I picked up a new candle yesterday, which smells absolutely incredible and very spring, mango and papaya. So I'm excited to get this out and burn this. I think this will make the house smell delicious. And then while I was at the markets yesterday, there's actually this lovely stall that had these hand painted cards, which were just stunning. I thought they were just so adorable. So I've got a couple of birthdays coming up, / I thought they were just really cute. So I've got 2 of them, but I'll probably go back and get some more maybe next weekend, or as time goes, for different things. So I just think they're so cute. But yeah, so I got that, and then my new delivery arrived. My new slippers and dressing gown arrived for spring, a nice pink one, lovely and soft. And then yeah, this is the current state of the house. The flowers really need to be thrown away at the moment, which I need to fix. So I've just popped Rachel Otton wreath on. I'm going to pack away everything. Got my coffee. We have just finished the table scaping. I've left the tag on that one because I'm unsure if I want to keep the placemats out or if it's a little too much for every day and I should just, the lighting's really backlit at the moment. But yeah, I don't know if I want to keep the placemats out. I'm actually thinking it looks a little bit too crowded and I'm going to put them away and just leave like the green centerpiece for now. But this is kind of how it's turning out. I'm very happy. Lovely and light for spring. So yesterday I went to the nursery to get 2 Zanzibars for these black pots here. However, they only had one, and because it's spring, they're all about the flowers. So I ended up walking out with this lovely little collection. This tree in the middle I had already, but we just got some fresh soil to repot it because it's not really, it's been doing a lot better since we moved here, but it's never really grown taller than this. So hopefully that brings it back to life. I also already had this succulent and the rosemary, but again, the rosemary is kind of not doing too good, so we repotted that. But I did get this lovely little lavender to go in this pot, these little pink flowers, and then this lovely white mixture here of snapdragons and psylliums, and then we had one extra snapdragon which is in that pot. But yeah, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I think it's going to be such a cute little corner, and then when they do have more in stock I'm going to go back and get the Zanzibars to go in these pots because I want one on either side of this window we've got that kind of looks out into the backyard from our living room. And I think that'll be really, really cute. And then, yeah, we're starting to get a little bit of spring into the backyard now. We've got Max here, chilling out there. What are you doing? He loves sitting outside. We did have a little bit of a sleep in today. Saying that, but it actually has been. It's probably been almost a week since I picked up the camera, if not a whole week since I picked up the camera, because last week kind of just got away from me. It was a super busy work week and I didn't really do much fun, interesting stuff during the week apart from, yeah, working. And then last weekend we actually had family staying with us on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We had people staying with us. So we had a barbecue on Friday night, and then we had like a seafood cook up on Saturday night. We had the Flower Carnival in Toowoomba that we went to go and see, and the dog parade on Sunday, which we actually ended up missing the entire parade, which was part of the reason my parents came up here, / we got the dogs' costumes. We bought the dogs' costumes and everything for like this parade that they were doing for the Flower Carnival, and ended up missing the entire thing. So yeah, they didn't end up participating, but at least we know for next year what we need to do, where it is, because we also couldn't find it for ages. So yeah, at least we're well aware for next year what to do. And then we also went to the markets on Saturday and Sunday. They've extended the markets with the Flower Carnival on, so they're kind of all weekend, longer days. So we got to do that, to get some fresh flowers. My mum bought me some stunning flowers, which I'll actually take you downstairs to show you in a second. And yeah, what else did we do? Kind of just chilled at home. We went to the pub, the Blue Mountain Hotel, for like an afternoon wine on Sunday because the weather was just so nice after it raining all day Saturday. And my grandma hasn't been here since the weekend we moved, so we thought we'd take her there and she could like see it and, I don't know, get out a bit. And then yeah, they stayed here for the weekend, so it was so much fun having people here hosting. I love hosting, but also just, yeah, having family and everyone around was really, really nice. And a lovely weekend, a very wholesome, lovely weekend. And then Blake is actually going away this week. He's off on a golf trip with his brother for a week. So that'd be really fun for him, or just under a week, so that'd be really fun for him. Kind of jealous, but also happy to just be staying home because I've done a lot of trips recently. So it'd be nice to be home. So yeah, tonight we're gonna have a bit of a girls' night. Me and Max got a bunch of content to shoot. I'm gonna probably have some pasta. We've still got some leftovers I need to get through for food. And then a big day of work tomorrow and Thursday, because Friday is actually a day where I'm driving down to Brisbane for the day. Because I work for a remote company. So because we are remote first, a lot of our team is interstate. So once a quarter we fly everyone into Brisbane and do like a team bonding sort of social activity so we all can touch base and just reconnect, which is really, really fun. So this week we're actually doing a pizza making class in the Valley at an Italian restaurant, which would be really nice. I think it's at lunchtime. So we'll probably head down to Brisbane. I'm going to take Max and drop him at my parents' house so he can play with their dog while I'm at the pizza class, and just have a bit of socialization. Plus they love hanging out. They literally spent all weekend together, and it took them all of 9 hours on Saturday before they actually stopped for a break and stopped playing and attacking and like chasing after the ball and everything. So I'm sure they'll be very excited on Friday. And then Friday night we're actually going to come home. I'm not going to stay in Brisbane this time, I don't think, because I've got a friend coming up on Saturday for the night. We're going to have a bit of a girls' weekend in Toowoomba. We're going to a Greek place for dinner, which is really, really nice. I've been there once, Blake's been there twice. It's really good. And she's definitely a Greek lover. So we're going to go to this Greek restaurant and either have like some mulled wine here or go out for a wine as well and just make a girly fun weekend out of it. So I'm looking forward to that as well. But it is now Tuesday, just after 3. I've just finished work and I've got some packages I need to open because there's some content I need to film for some brands I'm collaborating with on my socials. So I thought I would actually just include the unboxing and kind of show you guys what I got from them, which was so lovely. I always love receiving packages. It's such a novelty doing this sometimes, because I don't do a lot of collaborations. So it's, yeah, always fun to receive packages, and I'm so, so thankful to these brands because it is stunning. So the first one I actually got is some shoes from this company, Vivaya. I believe they were actually featured in like Vogue or something because Bella Hadid and some major celebrities have worn them. So pretty insane that they've reached out to me to send me some shoes and like to do a collaboration with them. But I'm gonna unbox them and kind of show you guys what I picked out because I think they're super cute. And then after this, I'm going to film a styling video with one of the pairs of shoes, and then I've got another plan for the other boots, which I might film maybe on Thursday this week. And then I've also got a package here from Glowy, which is like a press-on nail company. I've been really trying to grow out my natural nails, and they reached out and said that they would send me some nails to try out. So I'm going to film that as well this afternoon. But nonetheless, let me show you what I got. So these are the first pair of shoes. These ones I think are absolutely adorable. A little bit different for me. I haven't had shoes like this in a long time. I used to wear things like this quite a bit with like a little bit of a jazzed up sneaker, but I thought these were just super cute and kind of fun for running around in Toowoomba. But they are these little navy loafers with a little dog on the front, which I thought was just super cute. I've got some really fun like spring inspired outfits that I think I'm going to try on and do a bit of a styling session with these. But yeah, absolutely adorable. I love these, and I don't have loafers like this, so I think they'll be really fun for me to wear. And then the other pair of shoes is these really fun beige boots. Which are probably like, it's a little bit warm probably for these for every day, but luckily it's still some cold days here like today a little bit. So I think these would be really, really cute for like some spring transitional styling. And then again, when it gets a bit cooler here coming into autumn next year, this will be definitely highly worn. Yeah, I think these are really, really cute. I love that they're actually waterproof as well. This material of both the shoes, I believe, is waterproof. But these are really, really cute. I don't own anything like this, like a beige boot. So I think, yeah, these are just something a bit different, something fun for me to have a go at styling. And then I've got this package from Glowy. Oh, cute. Okay, they've actually sent me 3 of their nail designs, which are super cute. Salon grade press-on nails. So we've got this fun sort of natural design with like the white going through it. Kind of fun and adorable. Then we've got more of like an everyday nail that I used to get, like a super natural one, which is like this blush pink with the little heart design. And then we've got these really fun chrome style nails, which are also absolutely stunning. So yeah, I'm going to, oh, here we go, I've actually got names on them. So this chrome one is called the Allure. Then the sort of more pinky one with the love heart is called Mummy. And these ones with the white sort of design through them are called Eye Candy. So fun. Reusable, 10-minute application, customizable shape, last 3 weeks, salon grade nails. Lovely. I'm unsure if I'm going to continue this vlog for the rest of the week, maybe start a new one on the weekend, or depending on how much footage I have, because I've kind of forgotten what I filmed since we came back from Sydney last, which I think was the last vlog that I posted. So I'll have a go at editing this tonight when I'm laying in bed, and then see how much footage we have left. So you'll either see me again in like 3 seconds when I pick the camera back up, or whatever happens next, or if I've decided to end this video, I will see you in the next one.